Come in. Good evening, Hunter. Please, come in. Welcome, my dear. I trust you're well. That's good to hear. I am quite well, thank you for asking. For someone who can fight so brutally, I must say, you have wonderful manners. I take it you received my letter. I thought so. And so you heeded my instruction to wear something nice. You look absolutely ravishing, my dear. Let me just admire the view for a moment. Hold still. Let me have a look at you. Yes. Oh, it suits you, my dear. The way the fabric hugs you close, showing off every line and curve. It's a refreshing change indeed from those baggy hunter's rags. Why on earth would you keep such a lovely figure hidden away, my darling? It ought to be a crime to conceal such beauty. But you do realise that concealing it might make the viewer want it all the more, don't you? Nothing is more powerful than the allure, the forbidden. Hiding all that beautiful body beneath all that fabric. You're practically daring us to pull back a curtain to see what lies beyond. Those terms I mentioned. Oh, yeah. In good time, Hunter. In good time. There's no need to rush. After all, we have all night, don't we? First things first, have a seat. Why don't you have a drink? Oh, dear me. You'd refuse your host. You won't be, Hunter. Now, please, I insist. What will you have? A fine choice. There you are, my dear. May I propose a toast? To... Oh, I think you know what's in my glass, darling. Would it make you feel better if we pretend it's just red wine? It certainly has the same pleasant burn going down. I saw that shudder. Do I repulse you, my dear? Do I make your insides curl with dread? As the sight of me drinking sent shivers dancing across that tender flesh as you imagine where the blood came from? You needn't worry. If everything goes according to plan tonight, this glass may be the last one I will ever have to take from unwilling donor. Now, where were we? To you, my brave hunter, and to a fruitful meeting. May we both be fully satisfied in the end. I'm very glad you came, my dear. I admit, I was a bit surprised. You've never been one to capitulate so easily. I was afraid for a moment that you'd let your stubbornness prevail. Too often, you humans would rather die than submit. However, you both know your guild, or what remains of it. Can't hold out against my forces forever. How fortunate for them that you decided to listen to reason. One moment, my dear. What is your necklace? That gold chain around your neck, of course. I'm assuming there's some sort of charm at the bottom, though it's hidden beneath the fabric at your breast. May I see it? Oh, good to know. A crucifix would have been terribly rude, considering I requested you come unarmed. However, now you've just piqued my curiosity. Won't you show me? Ah, a locket. Quite. The gold work is masterful. I'd be the first to admit it. Oh, how I envy it, being allowed to rest against that warm, soft skin. Would you allow me to see what's inside? Oh, it's private, is it? Well, my apologies. However, I must insist. Once you show me, then perhaps we can get down to business. My poor hunter, having some trouble? Curious. The last time we met, your hands were as steady as a rock around that silver knife. Yet now, they're trembling like a leaf. Here, allow me. I apologise, my dear, and my hands are rather cold. Now, who could this possibly be? Clearly someone precious to you. Thought so. How very sweet that you carried their picture with you, right over your heart. It's not often you come across a sentimental hunter. I thought you were supposed to abandon such affection when you took up the knife. I see. Don't tell me. Let me guess. They met their end at the hands of a vampire, and that's what spurred you to your current path. How did I know? It's hardly a unique story, my dear. Still, it's a noble penance. You protect others after you failed to protect them. And now you're here tonight, all in the hopes that somehow you'll be able to protect your precious little friends in the guild. Such a tender little thing you are. Not that I mind. After all, the more tender the meat, the finer the taste. Well, fear not, my dear. There may just be a way for you to save them. Indeed. I'm proposing a little deal. For my part, I'm offering amnesty for your guild. If you agree to my terms, then I will command my forces to retreat. Your friends will be spared. Assuming, of course, that they don't attempt to come after us again. Yeah, I'm glad you asked. You see, my dear, that's where you come in. Yes, you. A vampire's life is a dreadfully lonely one, after all. I grow weary of these long, desolate nights, with only my own thoughts for company. If only I had something else to entertain me, something more to play with, or perhaps someone. Yes, in return for sparing your guild, you will be mine. Oh, not merely a thrall, darling. Well, true, I will need a source of sustenance, but your blood is just one of your many delectable qualities. Oh, those tender lips, and that beautiful body. Yes, I'm sure I can find lots of ways to put you to good use. Oh, finally, the kitten shows its claws. I was wondering when the knife would come out. Are you going to kill me, darling? Well, go on then. Give it a try. Perhaps this time will be different. Perhaps this time, somehow, your strike will finally hit home. How does the saying go again? The definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You're welcome to try, my dear. Should you fail, though, I wonder what the consequences would be. I can only imagine that they would be terrible, both for you and for your little friends. The choice is yours, darling. However, if you refuse, how much longer can you hold out against me? Don't think I'll show you any mercy, either. No, on the contrary, I'll have you watch your precious friends die. one by one. You'll see the light leave their eyes, their faces stricken with fear, as I drain them dry. And I shall simply take you by force. And you'll have to live with the burden of their deaths on your conscience. But that needn't happen, my dear. Give yourself to me willingly, and I swear on my sire, neither I nor my forces shall ever touch them again, for as long as they live. Submit to me, and you won't have to lose anyone else. Do you doubt me, darling? I'd expect nothing else. Still, if there's even a chance that I'm telling the truth, surely that's better than the certain death that awaits them otherwise. Wouldn't you say? Besides, do you think I wouldn't take care of a prize like yourself? A hunter as accomplished as you, with beauty like the face of the moon. I'm far from it. I'll be sure to keep you in good condition, so that you may shine like the gem that you are. Not to say that I won't have a great deal of fun with you, but I like to make sure my toys last, particularly ones as lovely as you are. Look at you, wide-eyed, trembling, helpless, like a fawn before a wolf. You have my terms, darling. What do you say? Choose quickly. Despite living hundreds of years, I'm not a patient man. Either way, you shall live. Only one choice will allow them to do the same. Well, my dear, what's the verdict? Excellent. That's just what I hoped you'd say. And, really, was there any choice? Very well, all that remains is to seal the bargain. Oh, you'll see in just a moment. Oh, but first, put down that little toy of yours. I can't have my pet playing with sharp objects. We'd hate to spill your blood too soon, wouldn't we? Good. Come here. Something you'll soon learn about me, darling. I don't ask twice. Come here. Now. Much better. Now, kneel. That's right, my brave little hunter. On your knees. Very good. Don't worry, you'll become familiar with this position in no time. That fear racing through your veins. No matter how hard you try to mask it, I can smell it on you. It's clear as a moonless night. Now, bare your neck for me, my pet. Good girl. You're doing so well already. Just look at that lovely throat. Such soft skin. So smooth and supple. Don't worry, darling. I promise I'll be gentle. At least this first time. Oh, my darling, you taste delicious. Just as sweet as I'd hoped. You've no idea how much I've longed for this moment. Was that a whimper I heard? Yes, I forgot to warn you. There may be a slight sting when my fangs sink in. You may think you despise it now, but trust me, my dear, there's a fine line between pain and pleasure. Before long, I promise you, you'll be begging for my touch. Just one more bite. Such a good girl for me. Oh, with those tears rolling down that sweet face. My poor little pets. Oh no, the first feeding is always the hardest. It's all right, my dear. It's all over. At least, for now. Would you like to rest? I believe you meant yes, master. Try again. Much better. Oh, my dear. How could I refuse those pleading eyes? Come then. Lean back against my chair. Rest your head on my leg. Ah, that's it. Shh. There, darling. It's all right. You made the right choice. Like I said, I'll take very good care of you. Now, get some rest. You'll need your strength for what I've planned for us. Yes. Sleep well, my former hunter. My precious little pets. Hello there, my pet. My apologies. Did I scare you? True. I suppose you wouldn't have seen me coming in the mirror. Besides, I've been told I'm very soft-fitted. Now, did you do as I asked? Huh? What was that? Close. But not quite. You're missing a little something in the end there, pet. I trust you won't make me spell it out for you. That's right. Let me be perfectly clear. Whenever you address me, for any reason, you shall always refer to me as Master. Do you understand? Much better. Let's try again. Did you get yourself cleaned up, like I asked? Good girl. In that case, you won't mind me taking a closer look. Don't shy away from me, darling. If I desire to look upon your face, then I shall. After all, it now belongs to me, just like the rest of you. Yes. I suppose that's good enough. Tell me, do you like the nightgown? I'd imagine you wearing it so many times. The way the white silk cascades down your body like water over the falls. And that soft, velvet skin. It's delicate as a moonflower under the midnight sky. Rather more revealing than what you're used to, I know, but I won't have you covering that beautiful body of yours. I prefer to get a glimpse of my meal before it's brought to the table. Come now, my pet. Your master has just paid you a compliment. What do you say? You're welcome. You see, I can be quite amiable when I'm pleased. Perhaps if you continue to behave, you can earn yourself a little reward. An ornament of that flowing hair, perhaps a string of pearls for that delectable neck. Speaking of which, Your locket, my pet. Where is it? You're still wearing it. Oh, I see. Well, no need for it any longer. Take it off. Come now, darling. You know you heard me. Do as I say. I beg your pardon? I hope I'm wrong, but I could have sworn I just heard the word no leave your lips. Surely my pet knows better. Begging will get you nowhere. It may have reminded you of your purpose as a hunter, but that part of your life is over now. I won't have it giving you dangerous ideas. Now, I don't need to tell you what will happen if you refuse me again. Give it to me. Now. Silence. Or would you rather I crush into dust right here and seize your mewling and behave? Oh, you think I can be moved by such petty sentiments? They are dead to you. Do you understand? I am your sole purpose now. You belong to me, and me alone. Oh, my sweet. It may seem harsh, but I'm only speaking the truth. Everything I do is all for your happiness. Keeping reminders of your old life will only cause you pain. The sooner you do away with the past and accept your new purpose, the better off you'll be. I see you haven't lost that stubborn streak of yours after all. And here I was starting to think I'd already broken you. Ah, my poor, foolish pet. No matter. In time, you'll come to realise the truth. But for right now, as the matter of your punishment, my dear. Yes, as I recall, I gave you an order, and you disobeyed. Not once, but twice. We can't have that now, can we? Oh, no. Darling, it's long past the time for apologies. It's clear that you need a little, discipline. Sit down on the bed, my dear. Did I give you permission to speak? Sit down. Good. Ah, if only you'd been this obedient the first time. May I join you? Oh, you smell divine. A rich, fragrant aroma. Perhaps I ought to thank you. I was going to take it easy on you tonight, but now I needn't limit myself. So many different courses ahead of me. I wonder which will prove the most delectable. First, let me see your wrist. Ah, yes, I know. My hands are like ice. Perhaps you can help warm them up. Perhaps you can give me some of that heat of life that burns within you. Oh, how I long to feel the warmth of your body pressed against mine in its entirety. But all in good time. Yes, it hurts, doesn't it? Oh, my poor little pet. We've only just begun. The wrist is all well and good, but the skin can be so tough. The inner arm, on the other hand, oh, their flesh is so much softer. Yes, it's like velvet on my lips. Don't tense up, darling. Just relax and embrace it. Oh, I can feel your pulse throwing itself against your veins. Let's see how the taste compares. Yes. So smooth and sweet. A little too sweet, perhaps. Lucky for me, though, there's one spot that's a perfect blend of the two. Soft, yet supple. Sweet, yet savoury too. That's right, my pet. Pull the neck of your nightgown aside and show me that beautiful throat. Good girl. Now, tilt your head back. How does it feel to have your master so close? My fangs tracing your skin. My hot breath dancing across that tender flesh. I can feel you trembling. I wonder, is it fear or anticipation? Could it be that, as much as you pretend otherwise, deep down, a part of you enjoys this? Come now, darling, don't lie to yourself. If you truly wanted to fight me, you could. But you don't want to, do you? No. You want to submit to me. You want to feel my fangs sink into you. Feel the rush as the blood leaves your body. Well, far be it from me to deny you. Stop. Oh no, my pet. You don't get to ask me to stop. I am your master. I say, when we're through, you belong to me, and you will learn to obey. My poor little pets. Growing weaker, I see. Finding it harder and harder to stay upright. No matter. Let me lay you down on the bed. That's it. Oh, I love to see you like this. Weak and helpless. Completely at my mercy. This is just as it should be, isn't it? Tell me, darling, have you learned your lesson yet? Yes, a little louder. Good girl. Now get some rest. There's so much more to explore after all. So many more pleasures that await us. Let the sight of me be all you think about as you drift off. Yes, dream of me, my pet. Dream of your master. Come in. My pets. My. What an unexpected surprise. To what do I owe the pleasure? No, you're not intruding at all. Quite the contrary, in fact. I was just thinking about you, my darling. Yes, it's never a question of if you're occupying my thoughts. No, the real question is, which part of you am I thinking about? So many delectable options. Busy with what, exactly? These dusty old books, each of which I've read at least a dozen times. Counting the bricks in the fireplace, all 527 of them. Well, no matter. The point is, I'm never too busy for your company, my darling. There's no interruption I wouldn't suffer if it meant getting to see your lovely face. Speaking of which, come in, my dear. Close the door, won't you? These halls are rather drafty. Good. Come here. Yes. Look at me, my darling. You heard me. Well, I'm sure the car would appreciate your gaze. Your master would appreciate it far more. Look at me, my pet. Or do you perhaps need a little help? Not to worry. Let me just place my fingers under your chin, and with a delicate tug. There. Yes. Much better. Now, what do you say? Good girl. My, where's this newfound obedience coming from? Surely I haven't managed to smother that spark of yours just yet. That's good to hear. After all, what's the fun of a new toy if it breaks too soon? You look especially lovely tonight, my pet. That dress is one that I gave you, isn't it? Do you like it? Strange. I've never seen you wear it. Perhaps it was all just another act of defiance. I'd known you'd be radiant in it, yet you'd sooner let it rot in the wardrobe than admit I was right. The way the fabric wraps you in its embrace. The way your scent drifts out from beneath it, knowing that one thin layer of cloth is all that stands between me and that tender flesh. I wonder, where shall I feed from tonight? What do you think, my pet? Where would you like to feel your master's fangs? Yes, I'll allow you to choose. If you do one small thing for me. Tell me, darling, why are you here? No, I'm not talking about our deal. We both know how you came to be in my castle. No, I'm talking about here, in this room. After months of avoiding me, whenever possible, months of tensing like a cornered rabbit every time you're in my presence, why would you suddenly seek me out? Oh, come now, my pet. Did you think I would notice you dodging my question earlier? Why are you here? Be a good girl and answer me. I'd hate to force it out of you. I thought so. You heard, then, about our little rat problem. Apparently, my guards had quite an exciting time every night. I thought my traps would be enough to ward off any potential pests, but it seems I was mistaken. Several of your old associates were caught attempting to force their way into the castle. My castle. Unfortunately for them, I've strengthened security quite a bit, given that I've something so valuable to protect. Under, shall we say, questioning, they admitted they were trying to get to you. A so-called rescue mission. They now sit rotting in the dungeon, awaiting their fate. Oh yes, they're alive. Missing a few pieces here and there, but alive nonetheless. What will I do with them? What do you think, darling? Spare them. My, that's kind of big request now, isn't it? After all, they threatened my home, went against the terms of peace are so clearly laid out, injured several of my men. But, more than that, they dared to think they could try and take you. They dared to try and touch what's mine. My precious pet. My jewel. My angel. My darling. You are mine. Oh. Trust me, I won't kill them. No, they don't deserve that mercy. Instead, I think I'll turn them. Yes. I'll turn them into my immortal slaves and let them watch as I claim you over and over again for as long as I desire. Well. What have we here? Begging. And on your knees, no less. I won't deny that I enjoy the sight. Those flea-bitten rats truly mean that much to you. In that case, I wonder just how far would you be willing to go to save them? Just how much would you be willing to offer me? If it was their immortality of yours, which would you choose? I think you know what I mean, darling. You're asking for the ultimate mercy from me. It's only fair that you should have to prove your loyalty in return. Would you swear yourself to me for eternity in order to save them? Was this my plan all along? Come now, you can't expect me to reveal all my secrets. Still, you ought to know by now, my dear, wherever you are, I'm always 2 steps ahead. I wouldn't call it torment, more like a little reminder to know your place. I'd hate for you to grow complacent. After all, if you... What the... Brett! What the hell are you... So you want to play rough, do you? Naughty girl. And here I was, thinking I'd finally managed to teach you some manners. My pet, I promise you, you'll regret this. Enough! Not another word. Be still, unless you want me to snap these pretty little wrists. You know, I do enjoy you kneeling. But this, having you pinned to the wall, my body pressed against yours. I'll have to remember this. Now, are you ready to behave? My fiery, foolish pet. I'd expect nothing else. I'll let you think on my offer for a while. Just remember why you submitted to me in the first place. My power is unfathomable. Your pathetic friends could never have hoped to defeat me, and neither can you. Just like before, their only hope lies in your surrender. For now, though, there are more pressing matters. Yes, your scent. That soft skin. Tilt your head to the side. Now. Yes. That burn. That spice of suppressed rage. God. There it is. I'll live that moment when you stop resisting. The moment when you yield, going limp in my arms. The moment you accept that you are mine. Dear me, dear me. Perhaps I went a little bit overboard this time. It's all right, my dear. Not to worry. I've got you. But before you drift off, tell me, who do you belong to? Too tired. My poor little pets. Allow me to refresh your memory. You are mine. Say it. Good girl. That's right. You are mine. Now and for all eternity.